everybody, welcome. It's time for another tech update. I'm Bauer.
I'm sick.
Are we really going to do it this way? Is this how we're going to roll? Like you're going to be all disgusting and sitting here with tissues the entire time?
Do you want me to take the magic pill?
Drama queen.
I'm not a drama queen. I've been sick for like 5 days. I had like fever, and I stayed up last night until like midnight building a computer. And
if only there was a gadget to help you get better. But alas, there's not.
For a second, I thought you had a surprise for me.
No, I have this thing. It will heal you. No.
I thought you had like a gadget that would help me.
No, I'm sorry, I don't. But if I did, I'd probably be a millionaire and wouldn't be sitting here next to you blowing your nose on internet television right now.
Can we get to the news, please?
Yeah, why don't we? How about it? What's going on? It's time for another tech update. We got a bunch of stuff to go over, actually. One of the top stories coming out right now is actually that we're very close. It's imminent. The MySpace music launch is happening at any moment. So if you are...
I have no idea what that is. What's the MySpace music launch?
You don't know what the MySpace music launch is? All right, MySpace music, basically you're able to access over 70% of the music industry's music completely for free through MySpace, streaming it to your computer, and they're going to be selling downloads with no DRM that you can do whatever you want to with, and basically it's the entire music industry getting together on one page to try to take on... guess who? Apple in the download music business. Yeah. So finally, we're gonna have a comprehensive music database with literally almost every single major label on board.
Completely free?
Completely free. You can stream. You can send playlists to your friends.
I can't even hear about this.
You can do all of it on MySpace Music, and any moment now, it's going to be unleashed upon the world.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. All right. Well, what else? What else you got for me?
So you're not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit here and talk, and you're gonna go. Okay, what else do you have for me?
I'm pretty sick. I'm gonna talk about the computer I built yesterday because it's really impressive. I'm not gonna even talk about it. I'll just show it to you. I'll tell you now. It took me 30 minutes to put it together, but it took me 4 hours to do the wiring on a non-modular power supply that has more connectors than any other power supply I've ever seen. So I'm kind of proud of it. I did it while I was sick, so I want to show it to them. And they want to see it. It's gadget porn. It's hot. The computer is insane.
No, it's funny because people pass by your area in the office, and like you have a crowd that gathers every day. It's
people
like
walk by and they're like, "What is that?" I mean, it's got like all these lights, and they're just like kind of freaking out. It's just a regular case, and just it's a regular computer, but it looks nice and I have the side off, and it has 3 video cards and. It draws attention. It's really cool. I'm going to talk about the new EVGA video card and some stuff for the iPhone, but you have a lot more stuff than me, so you go and I'll listen to you for a while.
Also, the Chevy Volt was released, the official card. We're no longer talking about the concept vehicle anymore.
Really? Finally?
The
Awesome.
actual real Chevy Volt has been unveiled, and if you're a gadget geek, this thing is like a gadget geek's dream car. When you look at the dash, every single button is a touch sensitive button on the middle of the dash. It's got 2 7-inch LCD displays that show you all kinds of information about your vehicle, about your air conditioning, about your entertainment system.
Wow.
All on LCDs in the car. And I thought the coolest thing about this was the fact that it has a GPS, obviously, but if you don't know how the Chevy Volt works, it's an electric car with a generator built into it.
Right.
So if you're running low on juice, it charges the battery. Kind of a true hybrid vehicle. This thing will actually determine how far away you are from your house to turn on your generator. If it determines that you're about 8 miles short of getting to your house or wherever you're going, the GPS will kick your generator on earlier to make sure that you have enough juice to get there. It's an incredibly impressive car.
What's the price? Did they say price?
I think they're expecting it to be close to $40,000.
What about, like, is it going to be in dealerships really soon or not?
2010, I want to say. 2010.
So it can't. Well, wow, it's a long time.
But yeah, it's a little ways off, but it's coming, and it's like the geekiest, most gadgety, delicious car ever created on the face of the planet. And of course, also the big news in the past couple days has been the vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin having her personal email hacked by some dude somewhere in
I can't stand
anonymous.
I can't stand her. I'm glad that bad things are happening.
See, how could you be glad now? Because here's the thing. Like, here's the way I look at it. Right? It's like. So you get your email hacked, right? It's kind of like having something stolen from you, correct?
Don't make her to be the victim.
I'm not.
She's doing government work on a Yahoo email account.
Regardless, what I'm saying is if somebody steals like your laptop computer, they can't give it away legally or legally sell it to somebody else.
Right.
Now, if somebody hacks your email account, shouldn't like the same rules basically apply? It shouldn't be like you can just display your personal information and personal messages all over the world.
Don't forget, this wasn't like some guy took it and broadcasted. Some guy hacked her account.
Right, which is
completely legal to begin with.
Which is basically stealing.
Who cares?
Well, but now the media is rolling with it and showing all of our emails and showing all of our personal
They're trying
photos.
not to show. They're telling people that it happened, but that gives people the opportunity to go to Google and say, where is those emails, because they're obviously being published.
Don't get me wrong. The only reason I'm upset is because there weren't any nude pictures of Sarah Palin in her email account. Okay,
with your hockey team.
Because I've been completely desperate to see Sarah Palin nudes since she was announced, but they weren't there.
They're going to catch the guy that hacked, because when he did his screenshot of her account, he used I think it was CTunnel as a proxy he used, which is smart, which means they can't trace it. But he left the entire URL up there, and so I think CTunnel, the people that run the program, said we can tell you where he came from, because they can just look up the URL and see what time and where.
Way to go, elite hacker! Good job, buddy.
He's not that elite after all. Not very elite at all.
Dumbass. And one other thing, check out, we got some really cool video here. I actually found this through Gizmodo. They've invented these UAV courier pigeons. These are going to be autonomous UAVs, okay? Now these are going to fly around.
They're not actual pigeons though, right?
No, these are not like bionic pigeons, which would be way cooler than what we're talking about.
In the 60s, there was a bomb that had a pigeon in the front that would peck at the target. I'm dead serious.
I just want to see robot bionic pigeons flying around. But these are actually really cool, because they will fly themselves to destinations based on GPS in remote villages in Africa to deliver things like antidotes for venoms and medicines that would otherwise not be able to make it to these remote areas because it's too expensive or too difficult to get human beings there.
Genius.
They can just load up these little UAVs, send them on their way, they drop off the cargo and fly back.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like we're living in the future right now. It's like it's 2050, for God's sakes. Oh, this is it, huh? This is what you've been all excited about?
It's not that exciting, but
then why is it sitting here if it's not that exciting?
Well, because it's news.
Oh, okay.
It's an update.
Then
It's an update to the GTX 260. So pretty much you guys are looking at the Core 216 GTX 260, and a lot of people were trying to figure out what is Core 216, and it just came out. And pretty much I'll tell you, it's just a regular GTX 260, but what they did is they added an entire extra cluster of shaders or processor cores, whatever you want to call them. So before there was 8 of 24, and now there's 9 of 24. So instead of being 192 or 194, now it's 216 processing cores, and it does give you a little boost in performance. This one is the superclocked version. This one was actually outperforming the GTX 280 in Crisis when I benchmarked it, and that's kind of impressive.
I'm not gonna lie, you kind of lose me when you start using all these numbers.
Right. Ironically enough, the GTX 260 superclocked beat the regular Core 216, but the overclocked Core 216 beat the regular GTX 280. Does that confuse you?
It's like the Super Bowl.
But yeah, pretty much everything stayed the same. All the frequencies are the same for your memory and your GPU. I think I wrote them down somewhere. Yeah, stock on the GTX 260 is 576 for the core, 1242 for the ALU, and 2000 for the memory on a 448-bit wide interface. Everything stayed the same. You just have now 216 processing cores instead of 196, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much all I got to say. And you can stick this in anything.
Just psyched. I'm so psyched about it.
We have a picture of the Antec case.
Oh, the new Antec skeleton case?
Antec skeleton, look at the picture. Tell me that's not one of the cooler cases you've ever seen. It's sort of like a benchmarking rig, but it's not. It's actually a case. It's got a big top mount 250 millimeter fan that's 3-speed, and it's got a 92 millimeter in the front, and
I wouldn't consider myself a case connoisseur, so to speak, but when I saw this thing, I was like, oh my God, I would love to have that on my desk. It looks so incredibly cool.
It stands out. I mean, the computer I just built, you saw it, it's so hot on the inside. It's got so much cool hardware. Why not show it off,
Yeah, and I've also found probably what my favorite video of the week has been so far. Have you seen thermite melting a hard drive yet?
No.
Okay, this is from Hackaday. They've put together some thermite, and they figure the best way to destroy your data to make sure no one can ever get to it is to melt it into molten metal.
That sounds good. Guys, do not make thermite at home.
Why not?
It's very dangerous. You know you can make thermite, right?
I do. I would encourage it. Make thermite at home. In fact, it's incredibly fun to do.
Thank God we have a disclaimer at the end of this.
It's fun and easy, and you should make thermite at home. In fact, sell it to your friends. It's a very easy way to make some extra cash during the holiday season to create thermite and sell it to your buddies at school.
There's a lawyer somewhere in the back like, no!
So I had an idea. I was like, this is pretty creative, destroying a hard drive with thermite.
Okay.
Maybe we can get the YouTube community involved with us here, and we can find a few more creative ways to destroy some hard drives. I think you were talking about doing something incredibly stupid, and no, you were talking about like putting it on a propane tank and shooting it with incendiary rounds or something ridiculous like that.
20-pound propane canisters with a incendiary round and just blowing it up from about 100
And you're
yards away.
telling me not to make thermite.
Put a hard drive. Well, You're not making illegal stuff. I don't know. Is it legal to make thermite?
Yeah, thermite sounds a lot more dangerous.
Lance, you know what the temperature that thermite burns at?
Thermite
burns at like some
illegal?
ridiculously high temperature, like 3,600 degrees.
Well, I'm thinking, throw it in the comments or email us, and I want to see if we can come up with 3 more creative ways to destroy a hard drive than with thermite. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
So give us suggestions. If they're cool, we'll do it.
Yeah, because we're here for you. All right, to take care of you, and if you want us to destroy hard drives in crazy, bizarre ways, we're going to. And also, I just have a few just like quick, very cool gadget releases that have come out. The world's smallest PC has been released. Like,
what is that?
I would tell you the dimensions, but they don't really do it justice, so you just have to take a look at it here. It takes 6 watts of power, it uses a 500 megahertz geode AMD processor, and it can come loaded with either the Linear Top 2, Ubuntu, or XP on this thing. And it's literally like this big. It's
I've
this
seen
big.
it. It's a little chip.
It's got a little antenna on it for the built-in Wi-Fi.
I've
and
seen
you
that
can
before.
put it just about anywhere, but the cool thing about it is it's like a couple $100.
Yeah.
So you could use this for, I don't know what. For
word processing.
For melting with thermite. I don't know. You just they would be cool because they're small and they're
I'm sure
incredible.
you could surf the web, you know, the
Anywhere.
word process, Excel, all the basic computer stuff.
And then
look at YouTube.
Also, the Skype or Asus has released a Skype video phone. This is a video. This is the first one made for Skype. It's got a 7-inch display, uses Wi-Fi. As long as you have a Skype account, you know, video phones have never really caught on before. But I think once you combine a standalone unit with Wi-Fi and with Skype, then you're ready to go, right? You can get naked and video conference with grandma.
It begins. That's just Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, you
What?
caught me off guard with that one. You know, it's I never understood though. Why does what's the difference between Skype and a video Skype versus instant messenger with your web camera turned on?
None. One's with Skype and one's with a different instant messenger program.
I guess not a really big deal. As long as it gets the job done, you get to see.
But it's a standalone box, so you can put it in your grandma's kitchen so that she can watch you talk to her nude.
As long as phone sex is more interesting with grandma.
See, I think you just took it too far there.
Sorry.
I'm going to be honest.
I was going to say with my girlfriend. I do. I still want to show them the computer.
Okay.
But before that, what else can I tell them? Oh yeah, iPhone apps. I want to talk about iPhone apps. If you don't have the Jesus phone yet, you probably should get one. This is the best phone ever made, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. And I know you guys are gonna hate me and are gonna talk crap and leave nasty comments, but it is. And if you don't have one, you're failing. I've had an N95 before. I've had pretty much all the phones, the Blackjack.
You're that guy. You're going to call somebody that doesn't have an iPhone a failure.
Well, if they disagree with the fact that this is until Android, something better comes out with maybe Android. Like one of my,
which by the way is being officially released September 23rd. The very first Android phone is coming out on September 23rd, which I might actually have to pick up because it looks really cool and my phone is killing me.
We can probably get one. We probably snag one up so we don't have to pay for it. We'll make Randy buy it for us. An HTC Dream, yeah, it's going to be $199 and it's going to run Android. But I want to talk about the iPhone.
Well, shut up.
You talked all show. Let me talk. Three apps this week. I found these on Lifehacker, and these are awesome apps. The first one's Omarks. Omarks is like Foxmarks. If you have that for Firefox, it pretty much takes all your bookmarks, and wherever you go when you log on to Foxmarks, it brings you all your bookmarks. It's the same thing, but it's for the iPhone, so that you have all your bookmarks on your iPhone.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Second one, iPhone modem. Oh, actually, just so you know, Omarks and all this stuff, all the 3 apps I'm going to talk to you are jailbreak apps. So you can't just download them off the App Store. They're kind of the illegal ones or illicit.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to either use Cydia or jailbreak your phone or whatever. Second one's iPhone modem. If you remember on App Store, there's an app called NetShare.
For just a sweet 2 days.
Yeah, for like 2 days, and then they took it off, and they put it back on for another day, and they took it off again. And it was a tethering app where you can tether your iPhone to your laptop and have 3G internet anywhere you go. As soon as I saw that, I freaked out. I went to go download it. It was gone. I cried. It was horrible. Now they have one called iPhone modem. You can get it on Cydia. Nasty. Awesome. You have 3G Wi-Fi. It's actually really fast. If you have the latest firmware, it's what, 2.1.2 or 2.1. I don't even know what it is nowadays. It changed 3 times in the past week. It's actually really fast. Like, it's not really fast. I'm in Miami. We have a great 3G network here. But it's fast enough that I can surf the web and look at YouTube, and I can stream a YouTube video.
That'd be nice.
I think that's great. And then the last application is actually 2-in-1. It's called Mocha 5. Mocha 5 Player is a VMware for computers, but they also created a program called Sentinel, which lets you load your iPhone as a USB flash drive. It lets you partition off a little bit and put whatever you want on there. When you combine the 2 technologies together, you can actually virtualize your desktop on your iPhone, and you can plug it into any computer, cross-platform. It can be OS 10 Leopard, a Mac, Linux, Ubuntu-based, or any Linux-based, or Windows XP, and it will bring up your desktop and run whatever operating system you want off your iPhone.
That's ridiculous.
It's sort of like taking your computer everywhere you go, and then you plug in your hardware. So it's bring your operating system, here's the hardware, you plug it in, and it turns on your computer.
Wow.
It's kind of cool, huh?
Next week, I'm going to do the top 3 Palm OS applications.
Calculator, contact manager, and notes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, one more thing. I have this new program I'm using now. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. It's
Oh wow, this is embarrassing to get here in front of thousands of people, talk about your favorite. This is your favorite application.
It's a new application. It's not my favorite.
It's his favorite one. He doesn't know the name of it.
I got it. Kill it. It's called Snack-a-pon. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have actually.
You know what it does, right?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, it's pretty cool. It's you know, Delicious and Stumble together to make an RSS feeder. So pretty much it's an RSS feed. It gives you the stuff that you set up for your feed, but it also gives you sort of like Stumble or Delicious would stuff that it knows you'll like. You say yes, I like it, and it figures out he likes this kind of stuff. So it's like making a blog for yourself that only gives you the stuff you want. It's really cool. It's actually really cool, and I love Stumble. That's what I do when I'm bored. I just add a little.
Yeah, so do I. In fact, like here, they actually pay me to stumble for 3 hours a day.
Really?
I just click it over and over and look at things come by. It's really you're just killing it,
dude.
This is filthy and disgusting. This is not professional. Yeah, all right. How many times have you ever seen a professional television person do that?
Who said our show's professional in any way, shape, or form?
It's incredibly professional. I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I'm grossly offended by the fact that you would even say that. But yeah, I think that's actually all I have, except for the fact that the Spore DRM thing blew up. I don't know. Have you played Spore yet?
No, I haven't. But you have. I know you have.
Yeah, I've been putting ungodly numbers of hours into this Spore game. Everyone very upset because EA put some very, very restrictive DRM in this thing where you can only install onto 3 computers, only have 1 account when you purchase it. And so, but they actually have announced they are going to loosen things up a little bit. They are going to allow you to deauthorize computers, and that way.
That's deauthorizing should be there.
So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So all you Spore people that have downloaded it illegally, you can go buy it now.
Yeah. All right, I think we're done for Tech Update today. I'll leave you guys with some shots of the supercomputer I built yesterday and the specs.
And what about the crowds of people that gather around it all? It's like an altar here.
I'll kick them out before we get there. We'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Yeah.
God, you look awful.
Dude, I'm so dead. I want to kill myself. Oh.